Hi friends, welcome to Funshine Fab Crochet. I am Kelsey and today we are in a Christmas panic because I am not done making Christmas gifts yet. And I never do this. I'm not a procrastinator, but this year I fear I have messed up. To my keen-eyed viewers, you will remember these yarns from the video I made about testing the sweater curse on Austin. He divorced me. No, I'm just kidding. But I have these yarns left over and some of these colors are very much my dad. So the first thing we are going to start with is making him a beanie. And you know, I used to call beanies toboggans because people in the South say toboggan, talking about a hat. But I think to people up north, a toboggan is a sled or a sleigh of some sort. I don't know. Sorry if the sun's in your eyes. It's that daggum morning sun coming through this window. It'll be gone in a second though, so hang in there. I don't think of my dad as being much of a mustard yellow guy, but these two colors are very much him. I'm gonna start with the red one. And this color red is called pumpkin, but I am not, you can't tell me this is an orange. I have also talked about this in a video in the past, but my dad, that freak he is, doesn't like when his beanies cover his ears. Which in my world is like the whole point of a beanie because why would I want my ears to be cold? But he's the only person I make hats for that likes it like that. So when I'm making it, I have to try it on my noggin to make sure a small portion of my ear is covered, but that's it. What a weirdo. I used to make them too long and he would roll them up at the bottom and you could see where all the ends were like weaved in. It looked so bad. He still wears them like that and I'm like, oh my God, please let me fix that. He's a big fan though. He wears my old work. That's like definitely not up to my standards today. I already made, by the way, some little face scrubbies out of cotton yarn that like you can hang up in the shower and use and wash or whatever, but I have to count the whole time I make those, so I just made them off camera. My hook just made the crack of doom sound it makes when it's gonna break soon. I bet my dad has probably 25 plus hats I've made for him over the years. But at this point, it's a Christmas tradition that I make him a new beanie, so I'm gonna do it. It's more fun when you have more to unwrap, I think. The older I get, it seems like the more people I hear my age saying that Christmas loses its magic until you have kids. And it's like, I do not subscribe to that story because Christmas has never lost its magic for me. Am I the only one? Because when you're a kid, for everybody, it's all about the receiving of gifts. I like the gift giving now. I just don't feel like Christmas ever lost its magic. I'm equally excited every year, just like I was as a child. I have decided against using the yellow yarn, mostly because it's getting colorful. And my dad's kind of a neutral taupe brown gray, maybe a burnt orange kind of guy. Not me calling that burnt orange after I said this was red and I couldn't be convinced otherwise. I have this gray that I've been frogging from a long time ago, and it's really thin, but I think it'll be okay because I just want to use it for the bottom, like trim part. Oh, and I had to make an iced coffee because Austin got up in the middle of the night and stepped on the remote that was in the floor for some reason, and it turned the TV on, and then we couldn't turn it back off, and everybody had a rough night. Vanilla. I think this is gonna make a nice tight little finish where it's like tight on the ear. The top of the ear. Dad, don't panic, not the whole ear. Crazy person. Cold ears. Cold heart. Dumb brain. Yeah, I think I'll take the brown and do one more row. I think it looks complete enough for me. So I'm gonna wrap that and let's get started on the next gift. Okay, I did have to get started on this one without you because I have no experience in making sloths. So I really had to zone in and not be chit-chatty while I figured this out. But I think that's a pretty good sloth head. What we are working on is a bag holder, kind of like the possum bag holders I make where you stuff her marsupial pouch with like plastic Walmart bags, and then you can pull them out of her mouth. I'm making a sloth version. The only downside is the bags are gonna have to come out of her butthole. But yeah, now we just gotta figure out how to make the body, which I think is gonna be easier than the face. So this little sloth friend is actually not a gift from me. It's a gift I was asked to make to be gifted. Does that make sense? I fear this might take a little trial and error figuring out how to make this body portion. Okay, I'm thinking I messed up and I should put this on the back, because if the arm is right here, the head's not going to be able to rest this way except on the arm, and then I'd have to make this arm longer. You know what? I don't have to explain it. You get it. You're smart. I think what I should do is cut the yarn here and make the arms so that I can sew them on as I go. Okay, we have arms. I'm gonna have to sew some buttons on one of these because I created loops on the opposite. I'm sure the lighting has probably changed because it took me forever to figure this stupid sloth out. I should have made her head bigger. She's gonna hang from her little handsies like this. She'll look more normal shaped when she's full of bags. The bags will go in her little hole back here. And then I'm gonna attach her legs in a second, and she'll have a little hole at the bottom, her butthole, where you can pull the bags out. So let's attach the legs. This has actually kind of been a hoot because I don't have things that challenge me like this as much as I used to. So I've had a lot of fun making this. Okay, I've got her little leggies attached. I think this hole is just a teeny bit too big, so I'm just gonna go around one more time with single crochets to make it small. She looks like a monkey, but whatever. I have confidence when this is stuffed full of bags, it will not look so crazy. It's not perfect, but it has character. I think it turned out pretty cute. It'll get the job done. Okay, I almost forgot, but I have to sew little buttons on her fingers so that she can hang from something. I'm never sewing again. It's like I'm being friggin' tortured. It's day 2. We're about to eat some turkey dogs. By we, I mean me, but somebody tell Sunday that. Am I wearing the same sweatshirt I wore yesterday? Yes, I am. And if I look tired, it's because I'm exhausted. You have got to leave the turkey dogs be. You're so cute and you deserve a turkey dog, but you can't have one. I don't know if you can see, but I decided to brush this girl out last minute, and I think it turned out great. She's fuzzy, like sloth. You think it's cute? All you know is turkey dog. Do you want a treat for being so baggy and not good? Up. Good girl. Are you ready to find out what we're working on today? We are making mittens. I already started making a dice bag with this yarn that I didn't like, so we are undoing that first. And then we're starting on the mittens. Every year, much like my dad's hats, I make mittens for my mom, it feels like. So does she probably have a closet full of mittens at home? Probably so. But you can't have too many pairs of mittens. What if your hands get cold? Hello. I gotta make sure I'm not making these mittens too big because my mom does have the hands of a toddler. Shout out to my mom if you're watching. You have small hands. Okay, we've got 2 purple fingertips. I have a funny feeling I will use purple again because this purple is a big tangled mess, and I don't like when my yarn looks like a big pile of spaghetti. I'm afraid these are starting to look like an Easter egg. But I like these colors. Just when I thought this day couldn't get any more magical. Lucky I keep a backup. Okay, I am obsessed with this color scheme. Not me wanting to keep these mittens for myself, Sorry, Mom. I saw this really neat idea that I wish I had thought of and incorporated this Christmas, where people would take, if they have a bunch of different houses to go to, which I do, essentially I would wrap all of Austin's family's gifts in one wrapping paper or a couple wrapping papers, and then all of my family's gifts in one or two wrapping papers different from those two, and then all the gifts that stay here that we open together and with our dog and cat, all those would be one or two papers. So that way when you go to, pack up your car to go to all these different houses for all the different Christmas exchanges, you have assigned papers and you don't have to really dig deep and remember what each gift is and who it's for and stress about if you're going to forget, all the little gift exchanges. And basically, I'm going to remind myself next year in November to do that because that sounds really convenient. Okay, we just need to do a little cuffing at the bottom and then add thumbs. One thing I know for sure is we need more warm colors. I think I'm going to use this Ready Orange yarn because it's thin and it'll make for tighter cuffing. I'm also going to downsize and hook. I thought the ribbing was looking a little small, but now that I get her on, fitting perfect. And here is the final product. I decided to go with this blue yarn again for the thumb, which I think was the right choice. I'm kind of hoping old baby hands doesn't like these mittens or doesn't want them because I've made so many pairs for her, and then I can keep them for myself. But just in case, I'm going to wrap them. I'm not usually a stick it in a bag type of person, but I don't know how she wants to package up this sloth to give it as a gift. Not bad though. 3 gifts in just over 24 hours, I think it's been. I feel much more ready for Christmas now. These were kind of like my finishing touches of gifts, if that makes sense. I couldn't have done it without you. I am grateful for you watching, especially watching to this point, all the way to the end of the video. I hope whatever you're doing for the holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah, any other holiday, not celebrating anything at all, I hope you have a very, very good holiday season. I would say have a good New Year, but I'll probably see you again before New Year, and I will say that then. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing. Leave any ideas for future videos down in the comments, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.